Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm going to do a video or kind of like a vlog, and the theme was one that was suggested by one of you guys. And I thought it was so fun, I couldn't resist. So I'm going to tell you my top 5 kind of more expensive crafting items that I think are completely worth it. That if you don't have them yet, I think it's worth saving up for them and investing in them if you kind of really want to take your hobby to the next level. So I'm going to start out with the first one, which is kind of really obvious if you've been watching my videos over the last little while. And it took me a while to adopt this item and really incorporate it into my workflow, but now I love it and I couldn't do without it. And that is the MISTI Stamp Positioning Tool. And I have the original size and a mini. And while I do like the mini, I find myself using the original size more, simply for the fact that I can use larger surfaces inside the stamping tool. So it's a little bit more versatile to me. But the mini is just as fabulous. So if you are on a slightly tighter budget and you kind of want to save a little cash, I would suggest getting the mini for sure. And then if you find that you wish there was a bigger size, then maybe you can sell it to a friend or give it away and then invest in the original size. There is an even bigger size MISTI, but I think that is even larger and probably more for scrapbookers. And I find it a little bit too cumbersome in my workspace for when I'm just doing card making. So I haven't invested in that one yet at all. Got my little list here. Okay, so the next item that I really recommend is a good paper trimmer. Now, my favorite paper trimmer is a Tonic Guillotine 12-inch, actually 6-inch with an extension arm to make it 12, and it's fantastic. Years ago, I think it was 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, Stampin' Up! Private labeled that same trimmer, made it black. And I used that same trimmer for 10 years straight. I never had to sharpen the blade. It's been fantastic. And I probably about a year and a half ago, maybe, I actually gave that to a friend, and I bought myself the original Tonic version that has the orange accents on it. And I absolutely love it. I plan to use it for years and years. In fact, I think I might buy another one just in case they do decide to discontinue it, because there was a moment there when I was afraid they were discontinuing the entire trimmer together, like discontinuing the trimmer altogether. And I was very nervous because what would happen? I'd have to find a new trimmer, and I love this one so much. So invest in a really good trimmer. If not this one that I'm suggesting, find another one that suits you best. You can't go wrong with a really good trimmer. Along those lines, I'm also going to suggest a really good bone folder. Now, this isn't as expensive as some of the other items that I'm suggesting, but it's more expensive than just a regular bone folder. And the one that I really recommend is a Teflon bone folder. You can get them in various places. Simon Says Stamp sells them. I'll link them down below. There's lots of different places to get your Teflon bone folders, but the reason why I love using this particular bone folder is that it doesn't leave a mark on your cardstock. Some other bone folders, they leave kind of like a little white cast on the cardstock, and it's a little bit obvious. And the Teflon bone folder doesn't leave that mark. It runs really smoothly over lots of different types of cardstock, and it does a really great job. I have 2 of them because I thought I lost one at one point, and I was distraught over that fact. So I bought another, and then of course the original showed up. So I've got 2. I wouldn't give up either. All right, this is another kind of big investment, but completely worth it, especially if you're really into card making and all the different products that are out right now. You really need a good die cutting machine. Now, this isn't going into the realm of electronic die cutting machines. I have one myself and I use it occasionally, but I really find using the traditional die cutting machine is by far the best. For my particular type of card making, which is cutting out sentiments and shapes, and cutting out different materials if I want to cut out felt or cut something really thick, like a really thick watercolor paper, or different surfaces, things like that. I just find that using a traditional die cutting machine is a little bit better. I know there are some electronic machines out there nowadays that can cut all sorts of different surfaces, but I don't find that I use it that often, and I'd much rather just use existing dies in my Big Shot machine than, you know, have to hook it up to a computer and kind of change up my whole workflow with that. So I just like using my Big Shot. I have the The smaller Big Shot, it's not electronic or anything. It's the manual crank Big Shot, and I don't find any problems with it. So I really love it. You can get it on really good sales from Amazon. And of course, with all the items that I'm sharing today, I'll have links down below. Okay, and the last item for my top 5, not as friendly for your budget supplies for card making, is actually a watercolor palette. This is the Magello Mission Gold watercolor palette. And I discovered this, oh gosh, I guess it was a little over a year ago, and I have fallen in love with it. You can find it for a really great price at Amazon, and I turn to it a lot. I've used it so often that when I go to use other types of watercolors, I almost struggle because I'm like, oh wait, I have to get back into that groove where it doesn't pick up as much color as the Magello does. Like I have to kind of transition to the different types of watercolors. So the Magello Mission Gold, I think it's 36 color palette. It comes with the palette and all the tubes of color, and you just squeeze all the little colors into the different wells in the palette in whatever order you want, and then you let it dry. And when you bring water on a damp brush to the dried pigments, it'll reactivate and you have a nice smooth color to work with. So I really love the Magello Mission Gold watercolor paints. So those are my 5 items I think every crafter should save up for or add to their stash. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any other suggestions for videos like this, where you just like some advice on things to buy or what to do, let me know down in the comments. I really love hearing from you guys and hearing your opinions. And also, if you have a more expensive supply or tool that you use all the time, tell us what it is. We all want to know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.